realize how close Pacquiao has gotten to him.
Oh.
Marquez was off balance again. Now gets his feet back and tries to roar back to Manny Pacquiao with the right
Oh.
hand. It's another knockdown. He's not giving up, Jim. Get up. He's not giving up, Jim. He's not giving up. He's been knocked out. A sensational right hand knockout by a bloodied Juan Manuel Marquez. And that is the keystone moment of his career. Sergio Martinez knocked out Paul Williams on November 20, 2010 in Atlantic City with a very similar shot. And Martinez is sitting about 8 feet away from where Pacquiao lies.
Just
or
recapping a classic fight, the fourth installment of Manny Pacquiao versus Juan Manuel Marquez, Pac-Man versus Dynamite, Juan Manuel Marquez. And it's amazing how things resurface. And it's been going around in boxing circles now, the argument that Juan Manuel Marquez cheated. And you guys, I can remember back then when Marquez dropped Manny Pacquiao in the third round. I remember the Pac-Man fans, you know, Freddie Roach stating that he cheated by using some type of performance-enhancing drugs because of the acne on his chest and these things. We know that Juan Manuel Marquez drinks his own urine. We know that, and he says, hey, it gives him proteins. We learned from that since the Mayweather fight, you know, and Mayweather, you know, called him the pee-pee man. But obviously it did have some beneficial effects, okay? Now, the new trend, fans, you got to love them, is that Juan Manuel Marquez stepped on Manny Pacquiao's foot in order to deliver the right hand, okay? And that right hand is the right hand, the same right hand that ended the show 2 minutes and 59 seconds into the sixth round. Stopped Manny Pacquiao in his tracks. He was hit with that punch, laid flat on his face for at least 2 minutes. He was down there a minute. I thought he died, people. But the question is, did that cause Juan Manuel Marquez to land that punch? Okay, Marquez is orthodox. He stepped on his foot in order to land the punch. And I have to tell you guys, absolutely not. Okay, that, if you look at that, where Manny was with his hands down, mind you, he was stepping into Juan Manuel Marquez. Okay, he ran into that punch. Yes, it happens all the time in boxing when you have a southpaw versus an orthodox fighter. The stances are different, so they're likely to step on each other's foot. Okay, that's what happens. Okay, their front forward foot step on each other because they're opposite positions. That's just boxing. It's just the way things work. Because one guy's trying to get off his jab or his left with the southpaw, or vice versa. The orthodox fighter is trying to get off his jab or his hook or his whatever. Okay, when they're both coming forward, that's bound to happen. One is going to step over the other. That's what happens when you you cut in line of somebody. You're going to end up bumping into someone. That's what happens with your feet if you're a southpaw versus an orthodox. Now, did that happen? No, it did not happen. Okay, that he did that. He stepped on his foot, yes, but the punch was going to land anyway. Okay, want me to prove it to you? How many times did Juan Manuel Marquez hit Manny Pacquiao with the right hand in other fights? Counterpunch. Without stepping on his foot. That punch was going to land. Okay? A lot of right hands landed. Between 1, 2, 3 previous fights. It landed. They landed. They all landed. So I don't see where this, hey, he stepped on his foot because he cheated kind of deal came from. No, it would be different. That would be true if Manny Pacquiao was stepping backwards and Juan Manuel Marquez stepped on his foot to hit him, to keep him from moving. Okay, that would be the only exception, and that would make that correct. Okay? Because that means that he stopped Manny Pacquiao from maneuvering, and Manny Pacquiao had to be going straight back for him to step on his foot, right? And there you go. Ah, got you. Okay, that would be considered one of the dirty things in the sport of boxing, if not the dirtiest, if he would have knocked him out. And if that was the case, someone should have investigated that and somebody should have been disqualified, but that didn't happen. Okay, as you guys saw, that had nothing to do with that right hand was going to land because Manny Pacquiao did not have his guard up. He does that at times. There's the habit that he does. He has you going back. The stutter step effect is to force you into some type of, it's supposed to make you flinch. But most importantly, it's supposed to make you go straight back because you see him coming forward. Juan Manuel Marquez seen that so many times that he knew that's the one time that Manny Pacquiao wasn't coming side to side. He was coming in because he was trying to force Juan Manuel Marquez back. Okay? It's a bluff, people. Okay? It's a feint. That makes a fighter fall back in a pocket and Manny Pacquiao, there you go. Got you. He catches you right then. That's what he does. He's notorious for that. Juan Manuel Marquez has been in there with this guy over 40 rounds. So he knew there's my opportunity to land the right hand. Here it comes. Here he comes. Here I come. It was so subtle because he had to time it right. It was a perfect punch, but it came from experience, people. It did not come from a lucky punch from the gods. Might have came from the punch from the gods. Who knows? But it wasn't a lucky punch because this punch knew. Okay? Nothing from the gods is lucky. Gods don't believe in luck. God don't believe in luck. Right? That was from experience. Because Juan Manuel Marquez knew, I have to deliver this punch now because I know what the habits of Manny Pacquiao are. His habits. Okay? And for the people that think, oh, that footstep enabled something, no, you don't know boxing. Sorry. Okay? Especially when a guy's coming inward. There's the right hand. The right hand is the perfect counter for any southpaw, especially if he's running towards you. And that's exactly what Manny Pacquiao was doing. Counterpunch. Okay? And in what he had to do, he had to step in to throw the punch. And Manny's foot was already there because he was stutter stepping inward. Does that make sense? So yes, again, the feet are going to step on each other. Either Manny Pacquiao's foot's going to step on his or he's going to step on Manny Pacquiao's. In this case, Juan Manuel Marquez's foot landed on Manny Pacquiao when he delivered the punch. Okay? But anyway, that's just me wrapping it up, silencing, killing this myth. You guys tell me what you think about this particular myth. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.